Cover 3 tailgate. And welcome back to the Cover 3 podcast here on CBS Sports. That's Tom Fornelli. That's Bud Elliott. That's Danny Kanell. I'm Chip Patterson coming to you live at youtube.com/cover3 and everywhere you get your podcasts on demand. Thanks for hanging out. Smash that subscribe. Smash that like and come and join us in the chat, a.k.a. the Cover 3 Tailgate, where they are celebrating, among other things, the Pac-12 title game. Happy Pac-12 title game weekend, everybody. You know? It's a big one. Washington State, narrow favorite against Oregon State. They're breaking it down because that's what they love, because it is the very, very best time of the week where we give you our locks for the weekend, the Week 10 slate. Real quick, let's see if we can speed this up. We've been challenged to limit our recap time. So here we go. Let's throw the recap on the screen. But it was a 7-4 week. That means the wins include BYU +3, North Texas team total over 42.5, Iowa -8.5, Minnesota team total under 14.5, Illinois, Washington over 54, Boston College +25.5, Michigan team total over 30.5. The losses were Ole Miss, Oklahoma under 55.5, Missouri, Vandy over 51.5, the NC State +7, Akron team total under 18.5, 7-4 for the week. That has you at 45-43 for the season notes. Bud.
True results, honestly, no luck, good or bad here, I think. And like looking at this, all the losses were the wrong side. I don't think I luck boxed my way on any of the wins, really. BYU getting 4 turnovers, maybe. And that's a faster recap for me. Happy to be 7-4 for the week.
All right. That
also, we are winning as a show.
Yeah.
I don't know this, but I don't think you're going to find a whole lot more shows out there that have placed 340 bets combined and have a winning record, including the juice.
Listen, Tom covered this. Tom covered this during the Brian Kelly emergency pod. We don't know any other shows. We truly, I mean, it is just blind.
I'm just playing the odds, right?
All the attention.
Pre-kids, I used to have time to listen to other shows. Now I really don't have time, but like, I'm guessing here.
All the attention. We worry about ourselves. You know, we worry about ourselves. All the attention's on what we got. Everything we need in this locker room. 4-6 week for me. Got to be a little bit better. Wins included Vanderbilt -2.5, Houston +7.5, the Texas Tech -36.5, and the UNC team total under 20.5. Bill Belichick is a genius. Going for 2 was the right call, especially when it guarantees you're either going to win with 19 points or lose with or win with 18 points or lose with 16 points. Either way, we appreciate it. The losses for Chip include the Minnesota Iowa under 39.5, Illinois +4.5, the Texas A&M LSU first half under 24.5, South Florida -4.5, and Oregon first half -19.5. 4-6 for the week has me at 52-43 for the season. Danny. Woo, baby. We got that win with BYU +3 and Vandy -2.5, Texas A&M LSU over 48, Cincinnati -3.5, South Carolina +12, South Florida Memphis over 60.5. The losses, Oklahoma -5.5, Arizona State -7, Kansas -2.5, SMU -3. DK, what do we think?
You know, sometimes I come on here, I say the losses were close. Maybe I take them again. I don't feel that way this week, especially the Sunflower Showdown. Oh, my goodness. Kansas State put a beat down on Kansas. That one was a shocker. SMU also would not take that again. Wake Forest, pretty good football team. So just some bad misses, but keep the winning streak alive.
That's right. Positive. We just want to stack good days. That's all we want to do. Stack good weeks. Tom Fornelli. 5-4 week for you. Wins were BYU +3, Texas A&M -2.5, Central Michigan -15.5, Wisconsin first half team total under 2.5, Colorado, Utah over 49.5. The losses, Oklahoma -5.5, Houston, Arizona State over 44.5, Baylor, Cincinnati over 66.5, Alabama, South Carolina under 47.5, and that's it. How we feeling?
Feeling like crap, Chip.
No, that's right. How we feeling is a little different for Tom Fornelli as he's battling through it.
Don't really care about my week last week. I won. I listened to yesterday's show. I was disgusted by all three of you, Danny and Bud, who spent the last few years talking about how we needed to expand the playoff to give everybody hope and bring more teams into it, making the argument that, you know what, we don't really need G5 teams, and Bud saying teams should probably have a certain power rating if you even get in, and then Chip just sitting there letting it all happen. I was disgusted by that segment. I'm ashamed of all three of you. Let's get to the locks.
43-38 for the season for Tom Fornelli. He is disgusted. He across the board. Let's see how that disgust ends up playing out. Let's see if we get some battles. All right, week 9 behind us, week 10 ahead. I asked. Wait.
Stop.
What's that? What's that?
Who is that?
Not me.
I don't think
Okay.
it's me.
Danny?
That was weird.
Uh-oh. Who's in the stream,
Did
y'all?
something
All
come
right,
in?
Let's flush it behind. We got to go eyes ahead. Too much to do. Gentlemen, y'all ready to lock it up?
Yep.
Since 2005, the under in games between service academies is 40-9-1.
We're picking locks.
Give me an over in this one as well. A little 2-for-1 special.
Don't get these locks.
I was a sicko last week. Y'all were watching the good games. I was live betting the hell out of ULM Kentucky.
My blue plate special 5-star locks are coming.
5-star master lock. Lock it
You
up.
want these locks.
I'm living and dying every point, every cover.
From the locking chair to your eyes and ears, a reminder that locks are sponsored all season long by Cash App. Making money move should be easy, and that's why there's Cash App. It's fast, safe, and honestly, just way more personalized than other apps out there. Our thanks to Cash App for sponsoring all of these season-long locks episode, the season-long locks competition, and the Cash App Cover 3 Locks Trophy. Okay. We've got a little bit of action on Thursday night. We've also got a lock for Thursday night. Danny Kanell, what do we like?
I was taking care of some business here on the home front. Not to do with the call there. I'm going to take, this is tonight's game, correct?
Correct.
Give me Tulane, -5.5.
Hypocrite.
A lot of the
Doesn't want him in the playoff, though.
No, I don't. I don't. Well, if they win out, I'm okay with it. But let's see them win out first. I don't want a 2-loss American champion in there. But tonight, I don't think is one. Jeff Traylor's been very frustrated with TSA this season. They've been very up and down. Meanwhile, you've got Tulane is absolutely on fire. Jake Retzlaff. There's been a lot of rumblings about Sumrall for very good reason about him potentially leaving. Normally could be a distraction game. Not this week, baby. Not this week. Tulane goes on the road and gets it done.
Classic flip-flopping Danny. We're doing nothing but distraction fades until it's time to lay the points with John Summerall on the road. But I do agree with you. The vibes out of UTSA, Jeff Traylor, he was calling out everybody by name, right? He's like, when we don't have the downfield pass going, like JJ asked, you ain't going to be a good football team. When we're having trouble wrapping up, like Steve asked, we ain't going to be a good football team. He was handing out flowers for the criticism. That's kind of a down bad sign. No locks from me, though, on anything Thursday night. Just real quick, anything else?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm taking
you
the
gotta
over.
let us know.
I did in the chat.
Okay.
In the group chat, Mikey said, does anybody have anything for, what's today, Thursday? All right, we're going to go over 54. I think a lot of ways you get here. One, Tulane this year has played like a little more chaos style games. That it hasn't been super easy for them. I do think UTSA can probably score a little bit. I think Summerall is going to get like one of the top 5 openings this year. I would actually bet that pretty hard, assuming that like Auburn and Florida State open, right? But, style matters. Style points matter. We did this with USF a couple weeks ago as well. Like, if you have the chance to punch one in, to look good for boosters, to kind of pump up your thing a little bit, you do it. And they're in a playoff race for sure. So I'm not saying like, go nuts with it, but I like over 54 here.
I can rock with that. Then we'll turn our attention to Friday night. Danny, I know you've got another one there too. I do as well. Where are you going?
Oh, I'm curious to see where you're going. I'm going to tackle the total in this game. I don't know if you guys have seen Fran Brown. Woo! Man, he's open. He is honest. He was talking about Ricky Collins. He said, I let that guy run the program for 4 months, and we're 0-4 in that time. I think they're debating making a quarterback change. I think offense is going to struggle. North Carolina, they've been better, but I don't think you're going to see any offensive fireworks in this one. So I will take the under in North Carolina at Syracuse, under 45.5.
Similar. I'm reading it the way that you are. My lock in my first of 2 plays on this game, the next one coming later, my lock is to go Syracuse team total under 23.5. This is a Syracuse offense that they schemed up one explosive at the very beginning of the game against Georgia Tech. And they got Jonte Cook, right? They do have players on the outside that if Steve Angeli was the quarterback could really make a dangerous downfield passing attack. But Ricky Collins is doing a lot of, if I don't see it, I'm going to take off and run. The offense has struggled. And when they do hit explosive plays and set themselves up with scoring opportunities, they had to settle for a lot of field goals against Georgia Tech. I think that this is an opportunity for North Carolina to continue the defensive improvements that we've shown. I do think North Carolina will give itself a chance to win, but for the very best bet in this game, I will be fading the Syracuse offense and taking North Carolina's defense. Orange team total under 23.5. So you and I seeing it the same way, because the only thing I'm leaving the door open for is, hey, maybe North Carolina's offense lights it up, but that's not exactly a firm bet either. But
yeah, I thought about that a lot. I don't trust Ricky Collins at all.
Neither does Fran Brown.
Right. They do play a little bit of chaos type stuff. If the way this gets screwed is if UNC comes out and stops the run real early and they have to chuck it all around, I think it's a situation where Collins is either scoring for Syracuse or Collins is scoring for Carolina, and then it gets kind of sideways. But I lean to what you guys have there. I do have one more on a Friday night.
All right, let's hear it.
Give me under in Sam Houston, under 49. No, that's too juice. Give me under 48.5 in Sam Houston. I just think
110 on 49.
All right, perfect. I'll take that all day. I made it 45.5. So again, not like a massive edge, but it opened 50.5. It got bet down, 1.5, 2 points. I still think there's like a point of value there. So give me under 49.
Same. Oh, congratulations to Mark Carney. Kent State removed the interim tag. We've solidified.
That is such a hard job.
Yeah, I know. And flashes of
more games this year than they have the last 2 combined.
I was going to say flashes have given that university plenty of reason to believe that the guy who's running the show right now is deserving of being able to keep this thing moving. So coaching carousel, sorry we didn't hit some sirens for you. I figured we'd mention it. We already had a show scheduled, but is Sam Houston going to open after just 1 year?
It might.
I'm not going to pretend like I have a pulse on that. I can ask, but I have not been asking about that.
If I was the University of President Sam Houston, I'd be asking those questions. But I don't, also like you, Bud, I don't have
the governor involved.
That's the best way to do it. I told you I thought that's where this was headed.
Come on, Greg Abbott. Are you going to just let this carry on another year? Do your damn job.
Okay, like the fact that is his real voice.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Love it. I mean, can we get him on the show? Like we would do numbers.
Yes.
You know what?
I want to do it like just for the screenshot of like us passing Big Cat and Bill Simmons like for that day. Like, all right, we hit number 1.
Those press secretaries are actually more open-minded to this kind of. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything more.
All right.
If he gets his way, though, we might see Tommy Tuberville back on the sidelines.
God,
I'm just saying, if he gets his way.
Did you see the chief or president or whatever his name is, the chair of the board of governors, when they told him like the governor said that you are now going to be picking the coach? He's like,
I didn't know that.
Well, that's news to me, right? Yeah. And dude, he pivoted so fast. Like, what's your plan? He's like, well, the plan is to get the best damn coach for Louisiana State University because we are a national championship type program. Just no hesitation. The guy nailed it. That was, I don't know what his name was, but fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, lots of fun stuff to keep an eye on. All right. Anything else for Thursday, Friday? Okay. Coming up on the other side, we turn our attention to Saturday with about a handful or so of some of the biggest games on the slate, or notable ones that will have your attention. Do they have our locks? We'll let you know and more next.
When you need your sports news all the time,
we've got breaking news to bring to you.
CBS Sports HQ gives you a snapshot of all the sports that matter to you. When you need your sports in a snap, find it on CBS Sports HQ. Streaming free anywhere you are.
Back here on the Cover 3 podcast. Danny Kanell, quick question from the tailgate. We're repping the Longhorns, or what's the shirt?
My guy Dusty hates this shirt too. So when I took my daughter to Texas golf camp, I got to play golf at UT Golf Club. It is
awesome.
The golf club. It is a sweet shirt. It is. I mean, it is a pretty badass logo. Just the Longhorns. That's
it's iconic.
So, yeah.
Let's
I apologize to Barton Simmons.
Was Harvey Pennick there?
He might have been.
University golf courses are usually like not crazy. You can get on. They're usually pretty nice.
UT Golf Club is not your typical, though.
I'm sure.
I don't know if you can just get on.
Is it
a very nice golf club.
Is it nicer than Seminole Legacy?
Seminole Legacy is awesome. And I think it's one of the best courses out there, but the clubhouse, the club, it's pretty ritzy. It's pretty nice. Yeah. And then you see Jordan Spieth and
I was going to say Scotty Scheffler, Jordan Spieth. The legacy of Texas golf certainly lives on for a long time. All right. Hey, you know what? Let's just go ahead and start there. Vanderbilt at Texas. Big game. We broke it down. What about a lock? Who's got it?
Under. 45.5.
Can rock with that.
I just think both defensive lines have a pretty decided edge against both offensive lines. Both teams are pretty good at limiting the explosive play. Neither team really does a ton of tempo this year. I'm not saying total rock fight, but I made it 42. So give me the under 45.5.
Lock agreement.
Woo, baby.
I mean, I think Arch will end up playing, but then you just toss on like the question marks if maybe Arch doesn't play. I think that only helps this one. But yeah, I'm with Bud.
Lock unity was
We're gonna go.
Our unities were 1 and 2 before we did one last week. We all took BYU. Some of us, not all of us, because we haven't even had one of those yet, I don't think, this season. But I'm with you guys. Same reasons. Whether Arch plays or not, I don't really trust Texas's offense just yet. And then Vanderbilt, I think they're going to try to run the football against that defensive front without much success. I don't think that offense is as potent with Diego trying to throw the ball through the air. So I think it's a lower scoring game.
Vandy. We didn't come this far. We didn't come this far to stop now. The numbers haven't caught up. They haven't. Where are you? Where have we had the overcorrection? Is this the overcorrection? Am I supposed to believe that they've circled the wagons because of what happened in Starkville? That was the team that was about to lose to Mississippi State.
It was.
Vandy. So obviously our threes are gone, right? It's just 2.5 across the board.
2.5.
There's what's the juice on this? -14. There's a 3 -14 out there at a book that'll take 10,000 a whack. That seems pretty legit to me.
That sounds like a chip unit.
Chip's 10 racks down, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go. Yeah, like the first time my buddy started talking to one of those phone service guys, this was back in like 2007. He said something about a dime, and he was like, "No, I was actually thinking $20." I think Vanderbilt wins a football game. They've been like Texas went on the road, and I understand what they're trying to like spin together, but I think they're just trying to speak this thing into existence. I think it is a team that has habitually underperformed its talent, while Vanderbilt is the opposite. And Vanderbilt did not play great. I'm not going to say that they covered themselves in glory against Missouri, but I still think that this is a team that if there's going to be a let up, if there's going to be a get got, I don't think it's going to be in this game. I don't think it's going to be on this stage. So I'll take Doors. Columbus. Tom, what are you doing for Ohio State, Penn State?
How many teams have scored in double digits against Ohio State this year?
None.
One. No, one.
Okay.
Illinois put up 16. Nobody else has. Penn State fired its coach, lost its starting quarterback, barely was able to move the ball against Iowa. Why am I supposed to think that Penn State, even after a bye, is going to go on the road and face Ohio State and score 11 points? Give me Penn State team total under 10.5.
I don't hate that. What's the first half team total?
Ooh.
I gotta look.
Oh, 3.5. Nah. All right, never mind.
Ohio State minus 20.5. They've covered against every power conference opponent they've played. The only time they failed to cover was against Ohio, and they keep getting better. Tom's talking about Penn State team total under. Well, what is Penn State going to keep Ohio State from scoring as Julian saying keeps getting better each week?
It might.
I don't think so. Not in Columbus.
I mean, they did only score 24 on Washington.
Buckeyes.
I got to fight that.
Let's go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize.
I'm sorry. I got to take the other side of this one. I think it's I like the under as well, but I'm not going to lock that one up. I just think 20.5 is it. I mean, this thing in the preseason was 3.5. It's a lot of points for a team that I do think still has some pride. Jim Knowles would love nothing more than to throw a wrench in Ohio State season. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I do think it could be similar to the Washington game, where you do see Ohio State's offense held in check somewhat. So be one of the better defenses they faced. I would imagine that Jim Knowles knows some of the weaknesses where maybe he can exploit those. And kind of like a first half under. But I'll go ahead and just take Penn State 20.5.
I can get you 21.
Oh, even better.
Perfect play. Ryan Day is about to have some fun with this one. We got a lot of coach revenge. Yeah, you left me for those guys. Oh, okay. You left me for him. Okay. So I don't know. I'm spinning that up as fiction, but I believe truthfully that Ohio State is going to keep it rolling. Then big time has the Indiana Hoosiers heading to College Park to take on the Maryland Terrapins. I've got one here. Anybody else going to jump in?
Like the whole get Mendoza the Heisman thing, I'm having to adjust Indiana a lot. Like on stuff that I would normally show value against Indiana, I'm just basically adding not a full field goal, but like I'm ticking a point or two on there just because of motivation, and like it makes it hard for me to bet these Indiana games.
Oh, it's easy because you just do the Indiana.
You just bet Indiana,
yeah, or you just do Indiana team total over. You know the way that Kurt Cignetti was gassing up this Maryland defense was setting up we're about to go bomb these guys, and we need to make sure that the narrative going into it is that they don't stink. Yeah, I think they're going to go up. I think what are we 35.5? It's not a great number. I mean, that's like how much confidence I have in this. The way 36, 35.5, right? Is that what we're looking at for Indiana team total? Yeah, I'm going to go over. This is a spot where 40 kind of seems like the operating mode for Indiana the rest of the way. And they won't hit it at some point, but I don't think it's going to be today. So, yeah, Indiana team total over.
I don't hate that.
All right. Cocktail party. Florida and Georgia.
Hold on. We got breaking news here.
Okay.
South Florida has named Pro and College Football Hall of Famer Derek Brooks as its new COO in athletics. Is he abandoning the Noles for a real program?
Wow.
Ooh.
Makes it a little bit tougher to poach Golish unless he's the man on the inside.
Good point.
What does the COO of athletics do?
I don't
Is it athletics or football?
It's according to Matt Baker, it's the COO in athletics.
Because I could see an Andrew Luck type role for Derek Brooks, where he's overseeing all things football. He's a smart guy. He's sharp. He lives in Tampa. It makes a lot of sense.
All right. So Tom, you got something for the cocktail party?
Yeah, sorry. Over 50.5. I don't think the totals have truly caught up to Georgia's defense this year. I don't think it's that great of a defense. And we've also just seen these games in recent years typically get into the 60s. So yeah, give me over 50.5.
I'm sidecar with you here. I'm going Florida team total over 20.5. I kind of stepped in it, not totally. I'm trying to get a little bit better as we're just sort of firing off talking about these teams because, yes, there is a statistical argument looking at Georgia and not allowing explosive plays and that Georgia's defense does, stand out better than the way that we talked about them in Big Game Breakdown. Because you know what really helps that statistical argument? Playing Auburn, playing Kentucky. It's amazing what that can do for you because – whether it was Tennessee earlier in the season, one half of Alabama, I'll give you that. They did a good job of clamping down in the second half, or even, giving up, just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit to Ole Miss 2 weeks ago. I do think that there are plays to be made and that DJ Lagway with the new play caller and Dallas Wilson, they've got a little bit of that advantage of if they can put in a wrinkle of something new where they'll be able to go out there and score a little bit. 20.5, I'm not asking for much, but I think that the Gators can get to 21 in this one.
And Auburn had guys open against Georgia, if we recall. I mean, that's just, Jackson Arnold missing Cam Coleman, missing Singleton. I like Florida plus 7.5 here.
All right.
Lock it up.
Let me lock it up with Tom and Bud, a little 2-for-1 special. I mean, so we take some callers every once in a while on the radio show, and I'm telling you, it feels like 1996 again in Gainesville. All of a sudden, I'm hearing that the offense is going to be just unleashed with a new play caller. Steve Spurrier Jr. is taking over the quarterback coaching duties for DJ Lagway. I don't even know if I buy into all of it, but I do think you might see that Billy Napier, Hayes, gone. It's cleared up. Players are probably stressed out. What is happening? I think they play with some freedom. I still think this roster is pretty talented. I think they'll be able to put up some points. So I like the over, and I like Florida.
The young ball coach, YBC?
Yes.
Let's go.
YBC Jr.
Yeah, let's go. I can rock with that. Nothing else on cocktail party? What about then in prime time? Neyland Stadium, dark mode for Tennessee. Nobody else? Just Chip? Anybody else got one here?
Oh, yeah. Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Fight.
Okay. So, we talked about this a little bit. Hopefully you listened to the Big Game Breakdown. It was very clear that we were starting to stray with a little bit of a fork in the road, Bud. So I don't know if you got anything that you want to, or more succinctly package this.
There's no 3.5s I can take, right?
No, I think we're just threes.
Yeah. Give me the 3. I think Oklahoma's defensive line shows up and makes life hell for Tennessee. I think Oklahoma's defense is not by far, but like clearly to me the best unit in this game. So I think they will travel on the road and be okay.
Yeah, the number one scoring offense, total offense, passing offense against the number one total defense, scoring defense, and passing defense in terms of Southeastern Conference play, or in the SEC. The good on good. I'm also kind of looking on the bad on bad, where Tennessee gives up explosive plays, but they force a lot of turnovers. These are two of the best teams. We talk about Oklahoma's defensive line. Well, guess what? Tennessee's got almost as many sacks on the season as Oklahoma does. That's a group that can get after it as well. And this is where I think that is where the X factor in this game. You're playing at home. Tennessee's defense causing some havoc. And that helps Josh Heupel get a second straight win against his alma mater.
Good stat from the chat here. Tennessee's 3 teams they have defeated in SEC play are 0-13 in SEC play.
That's right. But you know what? Somebody's going to get a win.
That's right.
Because was it Arkansas and Mississippi State are playing each other?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's about to be 1-14, boys.
Yeah, that's right. Somebody's about to get a win. That strength of schedule is going to go booming once they finally get a victory there. I understand Tennessee is flawed. I understand I am taking a flawed team, but given the stage, the setting, and Oklahoma's own limitations, I feel good taking the balls here. But
let the children sing with Chip.
Yeah.
I said this. I can't believe I got off it because I was like, man, are we sure that Oklahoma defense is as good as we think it is? They did give up a lot of points to Ole Miss, and Lane Kiffin might be right when he said we could have scored more. Their defensive line might be good. I don't know if it's going to matter in this game. It might only need a few big plays because I don't trust Oklahoma's offense either. I think John Mateer is really suffering a crisis of confidence. I don't think it's the thumb issue. I see a lot of people giving them excuses for the thumb. I think the thumb is fine. I think it's the decision-making and him struggling to get used to the speed and the defenses that he's going with in the SEC. And now you want him to fix it in Knoxville at night in a dark mode game? No chance. Give me the Vols.
That is Dr. Shin delivering the talking points to Danny Kanell. Let's make this very, very clear.
Where are they putting the statue? In the bathroom? Are they going to put it next to the urinals?
Guys, this wasn't on me. I did my job. It's Mateer that can't see it out there. He needs to go to the ophthalmologist, not the hand surgeon. Yeah, that'll be a fun one against 7:30 kickoff there. 7:30 is also where we will find the kickoff for USC and Nebraska. Tom, what are we locking up?
Give me Nebraska plus 6.5. There has been nothing in his entire tenure at USC that tells me I want to take Lincoln Riley as a road favorite. Even before they joined the Big Ten and were taking these long-ass road trips, they were not covering in these games in the Pac-12 either. Give me the Cornhuskers at home.
I am not fighting this, though clearly I've got a little bit more confidence in what we're going to get from USC. It is risky, but I'm going to believe, number one, I think that the off week's been good for them to get healthier. And then number two, it's a circle the wagon Saturday for USC Trojans, because do you know what they're doing? This is a talk about it or be about it. All right, Lincoln, I know you're a big fan of the Cover 3 podcast. Your team is about to have a talk about it or be about it, because all week long at all these media availabilities, the phrase mindset is being thrown out a lot. Like I think the real key is we just need to have the right mindset. Hey, what was different from the Michigan game to the Notre Dame game? It's like, well, we just got to have the right mindset, and I think this week of preparation, we're really going to see it. All right, talk about it or be about it. I'm putting you on watch, USC. But I do think with the offensive line getting healthier, that's going to help them be able to win in the trenches when they have the football. I'm going to go USC team total over 32.5.
All right, some numbers for you. Hold on, let me finish typing here. I can only do one thing at a time today. Under Lincoln Riley, the Trojans are 2-6 straight up on the road since joining the Big Ten.
Yep.
They're 9-9 all time under Lincoln Riley. They're also 6-12 against the spread on the road, and when they're favored on the road, they're 3-11.
That's great. I'm not asking them to win.
I got
I'm asking them to score 33 points.
Well, you got those numbers at your fingertips. What's Matt Rule's record versus top 25 teams?
Oh, it's not great.
It's not great. It's not great at all. Give me the Trojans. I can lay 5.5.
Fight.
I got 6.5.
What's
no, there's a 5.5 at Hard Rock. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is. That's my state too. That's where I can find it. I still think USC got that big win. Granted, it was home against Michigan, and I'm still a little bit warped from seeing Nebraska's offensive and defensive line in person struggle with Michigan. I still think USC could have had a chance to possibly beat Notre Dame had it not been a torrential downpour. Barring that, I think they should be able to handle their business in Nebraska.
Lincoln in Lincoln.
Yeah.
The principle we have yet to test. Learning new things every single way. We've been doing locks on this show for a long time, but we still find new principles to test every single year. All right. And then one last one. It's going to be 10:15 p.m. Eastern time. The Muss will have gotten nice, ripe, ready to go so they can bring the heat for Cincinnati. Cincinnati, has not taken a ton of road trips, and this is going to be, without a doubt, the toughest and most hostile environment that they have all year. Utah, however, untrustworthy when it comes to the availability at the quarterback position. So how much can you count on? Who's got a lock?
Give me the 10 with Cincy.
Wow. Let's go.
Like at this number, I think you have to bet it, or well, not you, but I have to bet it at 10. I wasn't going to screw with it in single digits, but if it's going to get to 10 and run out there, I'm going to go ahead and bite on that. That's a lot.
I am going to take, let me see if it's moved at all, if I could still find one. Damn it. Okay, well, I should have gotten this one in earlier, I guess. Oh, no, wait, there's still one. Never mind. Cincinnati-Utah, under 55.5. Just I don't think Cincinnati's offense will have nearly the same kind of success here. And I think that Cincinnati's defense actually kind of matches up somewhat well with the Utah offense. So kind of along the lines of what Bud's thinking. If they can hang within 10, I think this will be lower scoring.
Yeah, comments in the tailgate mentioning it's Evan Pryor, right?
Yeah.
Evan Pryor being out. He's RB1, but he's also like him and Tyree Walker are both. It's a very much a tandem, at least as I look at it. But it is still going to be somebody that's missed in terms of providing that versatility in the backfield. And I'll go ahead and I'll leave that one holstered. All right. Anything else for Cincinnati, Utah? All right. Coming up on the other side, we open up the slate. All of the rest of our Week 10 locks and more next. Back here on the Cover 3 podcast, let's take a look at what we've got on the board so far for Week 10. Bud has Texas, Vanderbilt under 45.5. Sam Houston, Louisiana Tech under 49. Tulane, UTSA over 54. Florida plus 7.5. Oklahoma plus 3. Cincinnati plus 10. Chip Scott, Syracuse team total under 23.5. Vanderbilt plus 3. Ohio State minus 20.5. Indiana team total over 35.5. Tennessee minus 3. Florida team total over 20.5. USC team total over 32.5. Danny's on. Texas, Vanderbilt under 45.5. USC minus 5.5. Penn State plus 21. Florida plus 7.5. Tennessee minus 3. Florida, Georgia over 50.5. North Carolina, Syracuse under 45.5. And Tulane minus 5.5. And Tom Scott, Texas, Vanderbilt under 45.5. Nebraska plus 6.5. Penn State team total under 10.5. Cincinnati, Utah under 55.5. Florida, Georgia Florida, Georgia over 50.5 has Tom. We've got some lock fights, some blood on the board. Danny and Tom getting it with USC and Nebraska. Chip and Danny throwing down over Ohio State, Penn State, and of course UNITY with the Texas Vanderbilt under, and then a lock bar fight with Bud going up against Chip and Danny on Oklahoma, Tennessee. As much as I sing the praises of Ready Golf, I do want to acknowledge our honors here. Bud Elliott, you were the winner last week with the 7-4 record. Where would you like to go?
All right, let's go ahead and go. We already hit that. Already hit that. Let's go to Tallahassee. Not doing Moneyline. Gonna actually take the points this week. Give me Wake plus 10. I don't think vibes are good. I know Wake is banged up, but Wake also outplayed Georgia Tech and they outplayed SMU. And I know they're banged up, but I don't think the vibes are good in Tallahassee right now. So I'll take the 10 there. This feels a little like Cincinnati. Like I don't think on body types and talent and blah blah blah. Like, am I touching this if it's 7.5, 8? Not really, but now that we're out to 10, I'm going to take those points.
Yeah, Wake Forest with Jake Dickert has put together such a.
And if Castellanos can't run, he shouldn't be playing. Like he doesn't throw the football well. So if he's dinged like that, like he's been a little more reluctant to run like that. You're getting line credit for the starter being in there, but you're not getting like the best thing that he does.
Wake's already hit their win total on the season. I mean, they have built to competence very, very quickly. Ceiling, sure, especially offensively, limited. But man, they're a rock solid football team. And they, as we mentioned earlier, they fumbled like twice inside the red zone. They could have beat SMU by more. It came down to a 50-yard field goal because sometimes it just comes down to that. But this is a solid football team. And I'm with you, Bud. You take a team that has been playing better and playing closer to its ceiling. You make them a 10-point dog. I'm gonna be eating that up. So yeah, Deeks plus 10 for sure. That's a good question from Steve. Bud, are preseason numbers still baked into lines by the time we get to this point of the season?
Yes, and they should be. Like they are still baked in a decreasing percentage every week, right? Like as we get more games, but anybody who's in modeling will tell you, like fully removing your preseason prior makes your stuff less accurate. Even in like week 16, it should always be in there somewhat because it does make your stuff more accurate. As counterintuitive as that might seem.
It does. It does seem counterintuitive, but I'll trust your word for that. Over.
I think you have to be willing to override it in some cases. A little
manual adjustments.
Yeah.
You need the sample size.
Okay. I like that right there. Danny, where would you like to go?
So there are 4 ranked ACC teams playing on the road as favorites. We talked a little bit about this. Which ones do you think potentially could get beat? I don't think they go through it unscathed, but there is one that I think will be okay, even though it is a pretty big number. Give me Louisville. I'll lay the 10.5. Coming off a bye after the big win against Miami. Maybe there's Virginia Tech news that comes out before the game, maybe incites the crowd. I just think Louisville is a really good football team. I think they've been running the football better with Isaac Brown back, Chris Bell, Miller Moss, too many weapons, too good of a team. I'll lay the big number on the road.
Fight.
Tom too? Chip too? Just me.
I was close, but
I'm in it. Yeah, I've give me the Hokies.
Plus I think like that Tech D line's pretty good. Louisville's offensive line is not good. The Miami threw them 4 picks in that game. So I that's a lot of points to cover for a line that doesn't block well. So I go ahead and give me Tech.
Coming into the season, Jeff Brom at Louisville, 1-5 against the spread as a road favorite.
There's 10.5, 11 here. So Danny can get 10.5. We can get 11.
Okay. Yeah. I can't believe you took me. I thought you were going to take us to Miami, because that is the one team of all these 4 ACC teams that I do feel like is going to handle business.
I trust Miami to show up on both sides of the ball. Like they got a lot of pros on both lines of scrimmage. I think they can bully SMU there. I just don't know what I'm going to get from Beck, so I'm staying away.
Yeah, I'm not throwing that on a lock either. But to follow up on Danny's, this is the one that I am going to go ahead and grab. I mean, the game is a 3 p.m. kickoff on the CW. We've seen what happened. Don't get CW.
It's over. It's a wrap.
I mean,
on the Moneyline.
Let's go. Tom, what's got your attention?
Let me take San Diego State minus 10. Just I think that
loyal to the helmet.
No, this is a great match. This is
let me check. Yeah, there's still a 10 left. No, it's just I don't think Wyoming's very good. Like I know they beat Colorado State 28-0 last week, but that was a Colorado State team that just fired its coach and is probably just kind of done with its season. Whereas San Diego State still got a whole hell of a lot to play for. And they also know that with the way that the American has performed, even though Danny doesn't want any of these teams in the college football playoff, if they're going to if they win the Mountain West, they can't just win the Mountain West. They have to win the Mountain West in very impressive fashion. They have to blow teams out when they get the chance. And I think that the Aztecs will do that. So give me the Tex.
Hangover game for Wyoming. That's a rivalry game against Colorado State, kind of a pour it out game. And if San Diego State was only left to just running the football, maybe they could play their way down. But in pass defense, I think Jaden Denegal is going to have a good day against Wyoming. And there is a number that San Diego State can hit that Wyoming cannot match. I'm with you, Tom. I liked this. This is not just the helmet. This is not just us continuing to double down on a team and a story that we really like. This is a great spot, in my opinion, for San Diego State. All right, Bud, what do we want?
What else do we have here? Let's go ahead and take Cal over 53.
Oh, yeah. Virginia and Cal?
Yeah, I trust that UVA offense a lot more than I trust the UVA defense. I think this is a good, a good spot to bet this. I don't think Cal tackles very well. I know UVA doesn't tackle super well, so I think you can get some underneath stuff that goes for longer scores, and it's just one I like. So let's go and hit it.
Best of luck, my friend. Kind of feel like Virginia's offense is starting to shrivel up. It's getting a little pruny. Got left in the water a little too long. But hey, look, I'm not here to step on the other side of you. Certainly not with the lock of my own. So, but we'll see. Any nothing else there?
Not in that one.
Okay. I'll bite. Kansas State plus 7.5. Texas Tech and Kansas State. How many in a row is it? Is it 8 in a row and 12 of the last 13? Kansas State's kind of dominated Texas Tech here. Texas Tech comes in a little bit limping. Kansas State started to get a little bit of confidence. They're not an awesome team, but they're good enough to be able to hang within 7.5, especially in this spot. I've been tracking the Wildcats as they have not let go of the rope and have continued to battle and look for some success here. And so against a Texas Tech team that should be getting Baron Morton back, so that's a good thing, but still it just things like doesn't feel like everything's totally tight right now. So I'll take Kansas State and their momentum and their confidence plus the 7.5.
I'm going to go ahead and take under 52 in that game.
Cool.
Is there any 52.5? Yeah, FanDuel's got 52.5. Yeah, yep, give me under 52.5 there. I do think that that Texas Tech can get home with this defensive line, and I don't really think that K-State has seen very many teams who can dominate the line of scrimmage like this.
Garrett said Avery Johnson's family gave him a speech on how to keep fighting. What a week 0 throwback.
Oh my God. I love this sport.
Listen, he's actually playing really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every single season we get these stories of teams where all the preseason hopes are dashed in the first month. And then the curiosity that I have is how do you respond? And it appears for now that Kansas State's had a pretty good response, which is good because the vibes were horrendous.
Yeah.
All right, DK, what do you want to do?
Do you have the drop that asks the question, do you believe?
Oh, yeah, I do. You're darn right.
Do you believe? Do you believe?
I do not believe because my goodness. I mean, that Deion said after that game, that loss against Utah, he said it was the worst butt kicking he's ever took in his whole career. Meanwhile, Arizona is coming off they're coming off a bye week, first of all. Back-to-back tough, close losses against some pretty good football teams. I worry about what's happening out there in Boulder. They've played multiple quarterbacks this season. Who knows? They might shake it up and throw another one out there as well. I think this is when Arizona will win on the road pretty comfortably, and all I have to do is lay 3.5. Give me the Wildcats.
I like that. Anybody else in that game?
Nope.
No.
All right, so we got it in. Chip, drill. All right. So sorry for the late text and the short text here, because our guy had to go to Ohoopee, Broom's Edge, and Tree Farm on a little golf trip. So feeling really sad for him right now. Ole Miss, lowest first half total in SEC play this year is 17 points. They did that twice versus LSU and Kentucky. They have scored over 20 points in the first half in all other SEC games. South Carolina coming off a massive effort and letdown against Bama. They were about to rush the field. I like to bet against teams that almost pulled off massive upsets the week before and blew their wad. Give me Ole Miss first half team total over 17.5, tooth emoji, lock emoji. And then number 2, speaking of blowing their wad, Mississippi State is in the same boat, having to travel to Arkansas after a huge effort, but letting Texas off the hook will be tough to get that same level. Give me Arkansas minus 4.5.
What was the first one?
That was
Ole Miss first
over
half
17
team
and a half,
total.
first half team total.
Yeah.
17. All right.
He took 17 and a half, but yeah, we'll take 17.
Okay. No. I didn't know if okay. Yeah, cool. Sorry.
I got 1, maybe 2 left. I need to can I consult real quick? I mean, this is kind of like phone a friend.
Yes.
Okay. Tom,
Yo.
do we still believe in Rutgers overs? Because
Sure.
I see an offense that looks like they can carve up right through there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't like the number this week so much.
Just because it's high. I mean, 61. There's a lot of ways that.
I also feel like there's been a certain kind of emphasis and practice this week for Illinois, so we'll see.
In that case, I'll go to Raleigh, where I've got another over, because I think that Georgia Tech is going to roll through NC State. And if you go back and you look at the Yellow Jackets, we talked about how they played Ricky Collins last week, but Syracuse did hit, as I mentioned, a couple of explosive plays through the passing game. Duke, Darian Mensah hit a couple of explosive plays. Obviously, they didn't cash them in. Even Kyron Drones was able to move it a little bit on this Georgia Tech defense. CJ Bailey needs to get right for this to be able to, for NC State to do its part. But I'm going to go Georgia Tech, NC State over 57.5, 58.5.
It is. I just had this up.
I can get you a 58.
I'll take 58. Yeah,
there's 157.5 left.
Nice.
Excuse me. Yeah, I think that this is going to be a situation where NC State does not have, in my opinion, the playmakers defensively to expect the Wolfpack to rise up. If they are going to threaten to win this game, if they are not going to get bowled over, then they have got to score some points as well. So give me the over in this one. Nothing. Bud, you are literally biting your tongue.
No, I think that I am thinking about some stuff here, but that is not what I'm thinking about.
Okay. All right. I am good. I'm cashed. Who else?
There is a service academy play here that I do not want to like take Tom's bit, but are we not doing it?
No, it's there.
Okay.
I did not put it in my column this week though, so that could be a signal. This is more like it's more of a duty right now than it is a truly belief, because like the service academy unders, I think 1-4 now in their last 5 games. It has not been going very good, but we're gonna try it one more time. Air Force, Army.
Whoa, no. Let's hear the whole thing. Since 2000.
I'm sorry, I don't know the damn number right now. Okay. Under 49.5. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, if for nothing else, I understand our Air Force tackling is rough.
Yeah, it's I need some 8-minute drives here, boys.
Yeah, possession count is the way we get home with this one, is I think what we've got going on. All right. Tom, is that your last one?
I've got one more. Just a quick over. Central Michigan, Western Michigan over 40.5.
That's a sicko.
Thank you.
Bud, you got anything? Are we discussing?
I forgot to call for it when I bet the Sam Houston under, but I feel like Sam Houston La Tech under is very, very qualified for a sicko.
Okay, at least we've got the disgusting, just violently ill on there before. Danny, what do we have left?
I'm good.
We're good.
I'm out.
All right, let's review what we've got on the board. Bud is on. Texas Vanderbilt under 45.5. Sam Houston, Louisiana Tech under 49. Tulane, UTSA over 54. Florida plus 7.5. Oklahoma plus 3. Cincinnati plus 10. Virginia Cal over 53. Wake Forest plus 10. Virginia Tech plus 11. Kansas State, Texas Tech under 52.5. I've got Syracuse team total under 23.5. Vanderbilt plus 3. Ohio State minus 20.5. Indiana team total over 35.5. Tennessee minus 3. Florida team total over 20.5. San Diego State minus 10. Wake Forest plus 10. Virginia Tech plus 11. USC team total over 32.5. Kansas State plus 7.5. And Georgia Tech, NC State over 57.5. Danny's on. Texas Vanderbilt under 45.5. USC minus 5.5. Penn State plus 21. Florida plus 7.5. Tennessee minus 3. Florida, Georgia over 50.5. Tulane minus 5.5. North Carolina, Syracuse under 45.5. Louisville minus 10.5. And Arizona minus 3.5. Tom Scott. Texas Vanderbilt under 45.5. Nebraska plus 6.5. Penn State team total under 10.5. Cincinnati-Utah under 55.5. Air Force Army under 49.5. Florida, Georgia over 50.5. San Diego State minus 10. And Central Michigan, Western Michigan over 40.5. And those were the locks, sponsored by Cash App. As you heard me say at the top of the show, new Cash App users can use our code and get free money. Use our code COVER3, send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 right in your account. Thank you to Cash App. And coming up on the other side, our money line sprinkles for week 10 and more. Next. Back here on the Cover 3 podcast, and this Moneyline Sprinkles segment is brought to you by FanDuel. Play your game. All right, last week with the sprinkling, our Sprinkle King, Bud Elliott. The first time was that the first time all season you come up empty? Syracuse?
No.
All right, but it's so Syracuse, Northwestern, Tulsa, and FAU. None of those end up coming home. I did cash Wake plus 140. That helped, but no NC State and no Kentucky. Danny, it was a winner on BYU, a winner on the Auburn Tigers. How about them? Quarterback change fixed everything. Extend Hugh. Tom has a winner with BYU. Utah State, Illinois, Ball State, Minnesota, and FAU could not come home. Bud remains the Sprinkle King, up 11.2 units, 10 and 20 on his sprinkles. Danny, 11 and 20, 3.9 units. Then Chip, 9 and 26. Tom, 8 and 26. So, Bud Elliott, what are we sprinkling today?
All right, let's start on the plains. We are going Kentucky plus 360.
Oh, baby. I like that. I mean, quarterback change. Yeah, get a little juice.
Feels a little much. I think the overcorrection of Jeff Sims is just that. Like, he's not very good, but I think this is a slight overcorrection here. Give me Arizona State plus 275.
I like that.
Give me Arizona State give me NC State plus 190. Give me West Virginia plus 445 to go into Houston and shock the world.
Who's our guy, Scotty Fox Jr.? I had him pulled up, the freshman quarterback who threw for 300 in last time out. New wrinkle, baby. A quarterback who can throw.
All right, give me UCF plus 155 at Baylor. I'm not really sure that Baylor's still in this thing. And in two teams that seem really, really similar, New Mexico, UNLV. Give me New Mexico plus 160.
Why? But they do not seem similar in style or roster.
They both run funky offenses. They
Right.
both don't have much like defensive personnel at all.
Right. They are not separate from each other in the like when everything comes out in the wash, we have to decide how good they are. Yeah. I like that. Danny.
So dang it. I was gonna take Kentucky too, but I'm chasing Bud, so I don't think it makes much sense. I'll let him take the loss, right? If it doesn't hit, there's no.
Yeah, but you're not the only one, but you're probably the only one with a chance to catch me in the sprinkles contest.
Yeah, right alongside of them. So you either
like
fly
it, you
or
can't
sink.
let me get ahead of you on this, Danny.
Yeah.
All right, give me Kentucky plus 360.
Yeah, there we go.
Every year I get to hear some coach up there saying how hard it is playing the SEC, and oh boy, and Kentucky shocks the world versus one of them. They haven't had it yet this year. This is going to be it. Their quarterback's playing pretty good, too. He had 5 touchdowns against Tennessee. I don't know if he's going to have that type of day, but I'm not sold on Auburn coming off that win. Give me Bill Belichick to get his first win in the ACC at Syracuse. Not loving the vibes there in New York, so give me plus 115 on that one. You know who else we haven't heard from in a while?
Who?
Gator Danny. Gator DK. Give me the Gators to win the game outright, plus 240. And the last one, give me Navy at North Texas.
I thought about this. Yeah.
Plus 205.
I guess, yeah. Tom. Oh, no, Chip. Chip. I am also on Navy plus 205. I am also on North Carolina plus 115. I am going to grab Virginia Tech plus 340. I believe so.
Yeah. 350 actually.
350. Yeah, I'm always about 10 cents off here. But Navy, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, and let's go ahead and let's go ahead and put your money where your mouth is. Vanderbilt. If I'm taking 2.5, I'm adding on the money line too. So
Is there plus value?
Chip calling for Commodore drone strike, man. I like it.
absolutely.
130, I can get you on that.
All right, 130. So yeah, North Carolina, Vanderbilt, Navy, and Virginia Tech are my sprinkles. All right, Tom.
I've got a few because I got a lot of ground to make up here. I'm going to go with UCF plus 155. Going to go with Delaware plus 145 on the road against Coastal, I believe. Cal at home plus 178 against Virginia. I think that Virginia's playoff hopes are going to die this week. Give me Mississippi State plus 170. I don't think they shot their wad. I just think that they played a team that they're not that much worse than and almost won. Give me Central Michigan plus 175. And then I've got them on the spread, and it's not like we haven't seen it a million times before. Give me Nebraska plus 200.
Man, real stoppable force.
Yeah.
Immovable. I mean, just that's kind of one of the games of the day. You know, I mean, just at least in terms of like intrigue and everything that's going on. Is the quality of the football the best game you will see all day? Probably not. But sometimes, especially at this point of the season, college football is kind of fun for the imperfect nature of it. And man, there's a lot of passion, a lot of weight, gravity to that one.
Did anybody at all consider UAB?
No.
At UConn? Okay.
No, I don't. I mean, you don't just walk into Jim Mora's house.
I saw a Jim Mora press conference where he looked a little irritated. I don't know what was going on there, but I did see that.
Hell yeah, he should be.
Jim Mora does a great job of attracting attention for being the coach at UConn.
Mm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll tell you why he's acting like that, because they just lost at Rice.
Mm-hmm.
They lost
the food.
Yeah, they lost the food. Don't lose the food. That's what they say. I hear. And those were the Moneyline Sprinkles brought to you by FanDuel. Play your game. All right, real quick before we get out of here, just an opportunity to take the temperature on a couple games that were not mentioned here. Michigan against Purdue. We cannot give up on the Wolverines yet.
It's 11:50.
Oh no, I'm not talking about for money.
You're just talking about the game. I think Michigan.
Okay,
I think Michigan's fine.
Yeah, Michigan
around the number.
Yeah.
I'd like it a lot better if it was 20.5, but it's up to 21.5 now in most places. I would go Purdue team total under.
I said I went back to Michigan home overs yesterday, but obviously marinating on it and really holding it to the fire. It didn't make it to the card, but I think Purdue's offense is close.
Not that it's a bad thing if the run game is working, but they definitely fell in love with the run game last week and just decided not to chuck it around a whole lot,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wass asked about Pitt Stanford. I like Pitt in that game. I almost went back to the Stanford well of laying them. Do you see our quarterback rankings for CBS Sports Power Rankings?
Yeah.
Mason Heinchel, number 1. He rose from 42 to 1 in a week. He has been
really
balling. Pitt's going to be a problem. They're going to clip one of these teams.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. All right. Let's see. What else from the day did we not end up talking about? Not a lot of Ole Miss, South Carolina, just the dentist. I don't like
going back to the well.
I mean, you got two teams off really big emotional results in different directions.
It's hard.
Two coaches who might be looking around.
Maybe.
All the smoke from Virginia Tech seems to be going in a different direction.
Well, look.
Yeah.
Look, you can light those fires that can also be smoke signals for elsewhere.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, though.
That's true. I'll
tell you what, these conversations are going really good, y'all. So, I mean, I've got some unreturned calls that maybe you return that call, maybe we start to feel these things out, get these conversations progressing, because the conversations over here are progressing. But
okay,
we'll see. All right. That's a good one. We got a locked and loaded slate. We are good to go. We will be back on Saturday night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern time, to recap all of the Week 10 action. Oh, no Clemson Duke?
Is Clemson
playing?
Yeah.
Why does that mean you're going to fade Clemson if he is?
Or debatable. Yeah, I don't want any part of that. That's a team that needs to, in the same way that I think you have forgiveness for teenagers when they're in middle school because middle school sucks and all their behavior is going to be awful. That's kind of what Clemson is going through right now. So we'll check in with you later. Bowl hopes hanging in the balance there. All right. We will be back Saturday night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern time, to recap all of the Week 10 action. So come and hang out. Watch us live, youtube.com/cover3. And you can follow him on Twitter at Tom Fornelli. You can follow him at Bud Elliott 3. You can follow him at Danny Kanell. Follow me at Chip _Patterson. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
See y'all.